Hola, ¿qué tal, peloteros? Nos encontramos nuevamente en un episodio más de esta serie de podcast que traemos con ustedes, ahora con uno de los personajes más reconocidos del béisbol mexicano en los últimos tiempos, Niko Vásquez. Thank you very much for being with us.
Of course, thanks for having me.
And well, the first question we make most of the time to the ball players is like, who is the real Niko Vásquez? I mean, not just the ball player. What you like to do besides baseball? Any other sport you like?
Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, I'm a simple guy. I'm really relaxed and chill. So, I mean, if I could stay in the house, I'll stay in the house. You know what I mean? But during the off season, I really focus on my nutrition, my workouts, and I love to play golf. That's my thing. It's kind of a hobby I found during COVID, you know, because we weren't able to play baseball. And I fell in love with golf, so I really enjoy playing golf right now. So that's kind of the things I do, man. Like I said, I'm really chill, relaxed. I don't like to do much. I'll sit at home, I'll watch Netflix after my workouts and just relax.
I saw your picture playing golf, and I was like, does baseball help you to hit good the ball?
I don't know. Golf is so hard too. I mean, baseball is hard, golf is hard. It's challenging, right? It gives you that challenge, and when you're a competitive person, you know, you want to be good at something that you know is very hard, and golf is kind of that outlet for me.
And we're talking about you were born in California, then you moved to Las Vegas. How was the transition? I mean, from Las Vegas to Mexico, how you feel here, and what's the difference you find in both cultures?
Yeah, I was born in California, but I moved from Cali when I was 7 years old, and I grew up in Las Vegas. I consider Las Vegas home for me. So, you know, anytime I'm done with the season, I got my family there, and I go back and visit. But the transition, it's been great, honestly, man. I can't thank the teams I've played for, the organizations I've played for, the people, the fans. Everyone's been absolutely outstanding and so supportive for my transition. And man, I love Mexico and I love Mexican baseball.
That's a question that most of the fans make themselves. Are your parents Mexicans or?
Yes.
Parmesan?
Yeah, my whole family's Mexican. My parents are Mexican. We originate from Zacatecas. Yeah,
oh.
I haven't been there yet, but yeah, that's where we originate.
Yeah, I see your face like, yeah, from Zacatecas for sure.
Yeah, I hear that a lot, but like I said, I've never been there. I do plan on going there eventually, but yeah.
I was telling Nick Torres that the podcast is going to be called Two Winners Talking About Baseball. You like it?
That's funny.
That's just a joke.
Yeah.
And, well, you grow in a multicultural place, right? Like family, Mexican family, America as a country. How is it growing like that?
Man, I mean, there's this a little bit of difficulties sometimes, I guess. You know, when you're there as a Mexican, you know, sometimes they don't consider you American. Then I come down here and they don't really consider me Mexican. So it's funny. It's funny how it is, and it's like you're kind of in between, you know, between both places, being a Mexican American, and that's the truth about it. And it sucks a little bit, but it's just the way it is.
Sometimes you also identify a lot with the Mexican culture, because I see that in Team Mexico when they play, a lot of Mexican Americans like to play there.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Did you ever play for Mexico?
No, I've never played for the national team. I got offered to go to the Pan American Games 1 year. I've been on the list to go to, you know, the national tournaments, whether the WBC, the Olympics. I've been on the list, but I've never been chosen.
Yeah, that's what I was asking then, and we didn't find something like that. But would you play?
Would I? Absolutely. Yeah. And they've asked me, and I've told them, you know, 5-6 times already. Yeah, if you want me, I'll play. You know, but they never choose me.
That's cool to play. And well, about your childhood, how was it how you fell in love with baseball? Because I bet you have been playing this for a long while already. So
yeah.
How you fell in love with it?
So it happened at a Dodger game. My uncle, my Theo, took me to a Dodger game, and that's the first time I've ever seen baseball in my life. I think I was like 3-4 years old, and and I don't remember really, but they told me, they're like, Niko, you fell in love with baseball. You fell in love with baseball right then and there. And my favorite player was Eric Karros, first baseman, and yeah, ever since then I went home with a little bat. They bought me a bat, and they're like, you would sleep with it. You would not let that thing leave your side. So baseball was something that a one-day thing. I fell in love, and I wanted to do it every day since then.
Until now.
Until now,
that's
and
cool.
hopefully a few more years at least.
I'm a big Dodgers fan, actually. Are you? Still?
Me? No, I'm not. My dad's a huge Dodger fan, and my family's, they're all Dodgers because we're from Southern California. But I personally, from like ages 10 to 15, I really was intrigued with the Angels.
Oh.
That was my team, and I really loved the way they play the game, and I really enjoy watching them. And that was when they were at their best.
Maybe Mike Trout's.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Trout's the great. He's the GOAT. But back then, that's when they had Garrett Anderson, Darren Erstad, like Scott Spezio. They had guys. Benji Hill was on that team.
Benji
yeah,
Hill, 2002, right? 2002?
Yeah. So I think that was the World Series year,
Yeah.
and yeah, that was awesome. That was great.
And right now, any major league team you like? You say California, yeah.
I mean, now it's just like I just enjoy watching baseball. I just watch highlights and admire different players. But as far as just one team, no, I just enjoy the game.
Playing on PlayStation, maybe?
No, I don't. No, I don't play any video games or nothing.
Oh,
That's not my thing. I don't know.
Still do. I told my cousins that we were very athletics when we were young. We used to play soccer, baseball, basketball, all in Nintendo, but we used to play a lot.
Yeah, no. I never really got into video games like that. I was always the kid that was outside playing. My parents had to yell at me to come inside. Like, get inside now. I've always been that type of kid.
Any sandlot or backyard baseball?
Of course, yeah. A lot of wiffle ball. So we call it wiffle ball. It's, you got the plastic ball, plastic bat. You can play anywhere. So, that's
cool.
what we did every
Difficult to
day.
hit, actually, because
the
the
ball
moves a lot.
moves. Like, you're throwing nasty pitches. Yeah.
We don't have this here, but I have seen that, and it's like...
It's a classic in the United States, is wiffle ball. Yeah.
It's still popular.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Oh, that's cool to hear. And well, Southern California, very close to LA, a little bit. You moved to Las Vegas, but your family is they are Dodgers fans. What do you think about Fernando Valenzuela as a Mexican American?
Man, he's a GOAT. He's Hall of Fame talent, and he's Mexican. So it's awesome. It's great. I mean, and the people of Mexico love him, and he's done so much for the game of baseball in Mexico. And it's great. My parents love him. My grandparents love him.
You hear something about him when you were young?
Yeah, of course. I always heard the name, Then now I see videos of him just being outstanding on the mound.
That's something I often ask for players. If you were in front of Fernando Valenzuela, would you ask something specifically to him? Specific to him?
I would ask him for an autograph and a photo, and then I'm like, hey, how do I hit left-handed pitchers? What's the secret?
Actually, throwing the screwball, and that's not a common pitch anymore.
No. For a lefty, I would say more cutter, slider, curveball, changeup.
Yeah, and sweeper.
Yeah, a little slurve.
How long have you been playing for Tijuana? It's a while, right?
This would be my second season actually with the team.
With the team?
Yeah, I got traded to Tijuana in 2017, but I never played for them. I got loaned to the Bravos de Leon. Then I came back in 19. Then I left again and came back this year.
All right, so you've been playing.
Yeah, man,
seasons.
I've been kind of all over the place.
And who's your roommate now? Your roommate? I mean.
Yeah, I don't have a roommate.
No. All by yourself.
Yeah.
That's an all-star, That's called an all-star. Lives.
No, I mean, in spring training, I had Nick Williams as my roommate. I had Saul Garza as my roommate. I had Manny Garcia, who's now with Chihuahua. the Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
I had him as my roommate. And all those guys, great players, great people.
You know, one of the greatest for me in Tijuana right now, it's Manny Barrera.
Manny, yeah.
He can pitch. He can pitch.
Yes, he can. He can, and he's done it for a long time, right? In both leagues for a long time.
Also made it a little bit in Major League. So
yeah, and he got his opportunity, and yeah, he's great.
Yeah. Let me try to figure out the question. Why you think Tijuana it's been so good in the recent years? Because they just started. The first season was not that good. I mean, like 10 years ago, because of course they were a new team. But since then, they have been doing great. What's the kind of job you see there that is so successful for the team?
Well, I mean, they get great players. You know, number one, they get great players, and then they have a good set of guys that have been with the organization, such as like Isaac, Manny, that have been with the organization a long time, and they help the new guys that come into the team and kind of show them like, hey man, this is the way we play the game here, and you know everybody wants to beat us. So everybody's ready to play every day. We have to, you know, because we're going to get the best from everybody. And that's just the way it is. You know, everybody wants to beat the Toros. I don't know why, but that's just the way it is. So we prepare accordingly. You know, we prepare ourselves. We take spring training serious. We take our practice serious. We have fun doing it, but we know that we have to be ready to play every day.
Yeah, the division is very tough. You have to play against the Sultanes. You have to play against Monclova. You have to play. I think, well, if they move to Diablos Rojos to the north, it will be even tougher.
They used to be in the north. They
used to.
Yeah. Man, yeah, there's a lot of talent, man. Especially this year. There's a lot of talent in this league, and right now Monterrey's playing good baseball. Laguna has a great team. You know, Saltillo, they play good baseball. So I mean, there's a lot of talent. That's
what I gotta say to fans, and I would like you to speak a little bit about this, because most of the fans, they don't realize how hard being a professional player is. We have been here for 5 days, you know, like just waiting for the players to go to gym, then the tournament at the ballpark. 5 days, and we are done. And you have to do this and also play. We just go to the ballpark and see the game, and we're tired. And you also have to play and train and stuff. Anything you can say to the fans about this? Because most of the time they just think that you only go and play, and they complain if you don't do good. But it's very tough. It's super tough.
It is. I know. I mean, baseball is a game where you have to have a routine, right? You have to have something that, hey, this is consistent in my daily way to get prepared, right? My way to get prepared. You have to have something. Just, okay, I go to the gym. You know, I eat my breakfast, I go to the gym, I eat my lunch, I go to the stadium, I do my training, I eat whatever, a snack, and then I get ready for the game. There's something like every player has a routine to where it's like this is what we do on a daily basis, and it's every day. And we travel, and you still got to find a way to do it, you know? And I guess you can say sometimes we make the game look a lot easier than it is, you know? But it's just years of being prepared. Years of training, you know, it's not just something that just happens. And baseball is the type of game where it's like, no matter what you do, you're going to have those times in the season where it's not going to be good, right? That's how long the season is. That's how hard the game is. It's not all going to be, you know, great. It's going to be peaks and valleys, and it's just something where it's like you got to just, like I said, keep to your routine, stay smooth, and keep working. You know, you got to take it day by day. Series by series.
Then it comes the other question. If you could change this, I mean, being a professional player to choose another career, would you? Or if you were born again and you can say, I want to be a baseball player again or something else, would you choose something else? Or?
But I don't think I would. No, I don't think I would. I mean, I absolutely love the game of baseball. I mean, I feel like I have the best job in the world.
Yeah, I think so too, but it's still like very tiring.
No, it is. It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's tiring. You know, traveling the same day you have to play a game, like things like that. Yeah, but you get over it. Once you put on the uniform, you're like, this is where I want to be. Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, I understand absolutely because oh man, we got here on Tuesday. I told you like 52 degrees of the feeling. In Celsius, you know, and it was like, what?
Yeah.
And you guys come from Tijuana with a nice weather, and
we're spoiled. We're spoiled there. But our weather's beautiful. It's perfect.
Yeah, California's weather is the best in the world. But oh man, and I saw you, and even though you did very well last night, and so it's like I thought it would be harder for you to get into the weather, and it was like, whoa, they are really warriors, you know, like warriors.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have to be, and that's the thing. We're like we prepare ourselves mentally for that. Like, hey, we know it's going to be hot. You know it's going to be humid. Rehydrate. You know, stay hydrated. Right. Do these things so when it comes to the game, like we're as good as we can be. You know, we're as refreshed. Our body's as in good of a shape as it can be.
Well, and also there is another question that the fans make a lot is about the travel. When you travel, sometimes you have to. Well, you're in Tijuana, you move away by plane most of the time.
Everywhere.
Yeah, because you are very away. But when you have to travel in a bus during the winter, are you the kind of guy who goes at the front or on the back?
Depends. If I'm on the same bus as the coaches are always in the front. I'll go to like the middle, you know. Right. But if it's just a player's bus, you know, I'll probably be more so in the front. Yeah.
Not partying in the bus.
I mean,
because some people call it the party bus.
We got a party bus, yeah. I mean, we call it a party bus, but I mean, it's just like we're just hanging out, playing music, and you know.
I imagine everybody dancing.
Yeah. Right. When you think of party bus, you think of like strobe lights and like a club or something.
Dancing with no chairs and
That's funny. You know, just guys playing cards, guys talking, listening to music, hanging out.
You do like what? Watching movies, reading?
Some guys, yeah. I do both.
What you like to read?
I play cards. I like to read my Bible.
Ah, Bible.
Yeah, I also have like a daily devotions. I like to read, and it helps me get my day started.
Just a question: Roman Catholic or Protestant Christian?
A Christian.
Protestant Christian. Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
We are also like friends from church.
Okay, nice, very nice.
Yeah. Which church, if I can know?
Yeah, it's a church in Phoenix.
Oh.
Yeah, it's called CCV.
CCV, which means?
Which means, so I'm new to it. My girlfriend just started taking me there. It is Christ Church of the Valley.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
That's
Christ
cool.
Church of the Valley.
That's cool. That's very cool. I would like to tell something about it. Any advice to people, because it's very cool to find a ball player with like that, you know.
Yeah, we have a lot on this team too, by the way. Yeah, we got a lot of good guys on this team that are really, you know, devoted to the word. You know what I mean? And it's something to. It helps. It helps us when we're away from our family. You know, when we're away from the people that have been there for us, you know, throughout our whole careers. You know, a lot of us are. So it's something to keep us strong, keep us faithful, keep us enduring. You know what I mean? Keep us positive and motivated throughout the season. It's something.
Yeah, because it's very easy in your position to go and party, drink, and the stuff, but. You know, when some players do like that a lot, their career is very short, and it's something you have to take care of.
You have to, yeah. I mean, if you want to play this game for a long time, in which you're able to, baseball is the type of game you can play for a long time, but you have to do the right things early. you know.
Now with the new technologies, it's also easier to have a longer career than
It
before.
is. You got a lot more information that you're able to use and to help you, give you an advantage.
Yeah,
You know?
when I was younger, I remember 35 old player. It was like, but now you are in the best point of your career.
I am, and it's crazy, and I don't know how, but that's just the way it is right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it took me a long time to figure some things out, but now I'm playing the best baseball of my life, and I never would have thought that, but it's happening.
We're talking about Venezuela, and how is the derby there? I mean, Caracas against Magallanes.
That was amazing. One of the best baseball experiences I've ever had. I mean, it was a sold-out stadium, 25,000 people. I mean, playoff game. There's nothing more you can ask as a baseball player. You know, that's the type of situation. Those are the type of games you want to play in. And, you know, you're like, wow, I want to hit a homer in this situation. I want to do something big to help my team win. But that was such a cool experience for me, and it's the only other Latin American baseball I've ever experienced besides Mexico. So it's something that I'll never forget. I mean, I got a championship there. It's amazing, yeah.
The number 23rd, 23rd? Or
I don't know, something
20,
like that. Yeah, I mean, they have a lot. They have a lot. They're the Yankees, you know.
Yeah, the
Yankees.
best team in Venezuela.
Yeah.
Estadio Universitario, and
Yeah.
people is crazy about baseball there.
Yes. Very passionate about baseball there.
It's like, but also in Tijuana, their fans are
Oh, just as good. Just as good. TJ, I love TJ, especially when it comes to playoff baseball in Tijuana. Man, it's outstanding. It is so good. The fans are consistent all year. The fans are great. They understand the game, you know. So it's really motivating for us to go there, to go back home and play. Like, we love it. We love being home and playing in front of our fans.
And well, right now you are playing great baseball. You're doing very good in your career. You say that, well, you
Thank you.
a lot about yourself already. But will you tell to the fans something that we don't know about Niko Vásquez? Anything you want to say?
Let me think. That's not about baseball?
Best friend in baseball, maybe?
My best friend in baseball? Man, I've met so many good people.
Best coach in baseball, somewhere?
I've met a lot of good coaches too. I mean, I've been playing this game a long time.
You don't want to offend anybody, okay?
Yeah. No, I got a lot of good friends, a lot of great coaches. You know, I mean, it's hard to just pick, you know, one or two. It's just not the way it works. Especially for me, I've played on so many teams. So I mean, it's so hard for me to choose. I gotta give credit to all of them. Everybody I played for has been nothing but amazing for me. All my teammates have always been amazing, outstanding, you know. So
yeah, I understand. So
yeah. I mean, you got 30 guys on every team, and I've played for so many. So
let's make it easier. Favorite baseball player ever?
Alex Rodriguez.
Oh,
Yeah, for sure.
that's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Why Alex Rodriguez?
Man, I don't know. I mean, when I was growing up, he was the guy. You know, he was a shortstop. I was a shortstop. He was hitting homers. He was doing everything, right? He was the best player in the game. So I was like, wow, this guy, this is what I want to grow up and be like. You know, this guy hits homers, plays shortstop, just like me. Like, I want to try to follow in his footsteps.
Right now, the guy is Shohei Ohtani.
He's the guy.
He's the guy.
He is the guy.
Do you think it was something baseball needed? I mean...
Yes, absolutely. I think so. You know, obviously because baseball went through the whole steroid era and all that, and it kind of, you know, maybe shied some people away from playing the sport or liking the sport. But I think Shohei being back in the game has really, like, regrown the love of the game for a lot of people. You know, seeing somebody that can pitch and hit and do it at the best level. Like, in my opinion, he's the best in the game. He's the best in the game right now on both sides. And just to be able to see someone, that's like a once-in-a-lifetime talent, right? So It's so cool for the game of baseball. And, yeah, I love to see it.
It's very unique that right now is a Japanese.
Yeah.
Instead, it was.
I
very
mean, who
common
would have
for
thought?
Latin Americans, Americans, and but right now a Japanese who is rolling baseball in that area.
Yeah.
How you feel about that? It motivates to say to Mexicans, hey, we can do it too.
Well, absolutely, anyone can do it. Anyone, you know what I mean? There's a lot of talent here in Mexico. There's a lot of Mexican players that more so just need the opportunity. You know, maybe I'm not saying everybody can be a pitcher and a hitter. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
You know, but you can do one or the other. And you know, there's a lot of talent here, homegrown talent in Mexico that deserve the opportunities to go play in the States and get that, you know, chance to do something, right? But I mean, baseball's a type of sport. It's like you work, you put in the work, you train, you get yourself in front of the right coaches, trainers. Like you can do something in this game, for sure.
Yeah, it's still a tough sport because you have to be born with the talent to see the 95 miles per hour coming.
that might be the hardest thing. Like you got to have good eyes, right?
Yeah.
You got a little bit of athletic ability. Yeah, you can get away with it. But yeah, you got to be able to hit a baseball.
That's the difference between baseball and all the rest of the sports. I think you need to be born with that. Because for me, you know, use big glasses and I don't even see it. I won't see. No way.
You never go to the batting cage or anything? Or?
Yeah, I used to play. I used to play a lot when I was a kid and until 24, but not a good level. You know, maybe.
Hey, to 24, that's good, man.
65 miles, 75 miles, not 100 miles. You know?
But still, I mean, you still got to hit a ball that's moving. You know, it's not an easy thing to do, right?
Yeah.
It just gets a little bit harder the higher level you go.
Yeah. And
Same game, though. It's always the same game.
Yeah, same passion, but same game with professional. When I see you guys all serious, when you go to the field, your face changes a lot.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I got a poker face when I play baseball.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I watch video. I'm like, why do I look so mad?
I see you here and I see, it's really? Vasquez? Because you're laughing and you're relaxed. But when you guys are there, it's like I don't even want, I won't even talk to a baseball player because I know they are all concentrated.
Yeah.
And they are focused. And that's another thing the fans that have to understand. It's a work. You are working when you are playing.
Yeah, it is. It's our job. I mean, we take it serious. We do everything we have to do. Like, we mentally prepare. I got all the information. Like, okay, this is my plan. I got to execute my plan for the day. So it's like I'm extremely focused on that.
What about when things are not doing well? I mean, you have any family issue or whatever, and you still have to play. How you separate that?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. As a professional, you have to separate that, right? You have to find a way. It's like, okay, when I step on this field or when I arrive at the stadium, this is all that matters for 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, whatever it is, right?
I'm not asking for the fact, but the situation. Have you been in a situation like that you have any problem?
I think we all have, yeah.
Every baseball player.
Every baseball player in the world has always, you know, there's always an off the field thing, you know, whether it's, you know, something bad or something good, right? I mean, it could be both, but, you know, it's just stuff we have to deal with. I mean, and we all have to deal with it as human beings, you know? Yeah. It's just life, right? Life, there's life outside of baseball. There's life outside of the things we love to do.
Yeah, we see you on a screen, on TV, or at the ballpark, and some people even think you guys are machines or actors or whatever. You know that they are watching a movie, but no, it's human beings.
Yeah.
Human beings playing a tough game, and that's why we make this podcast too, because we want to show the fans how tough it's being a baseball player and also who you really are, because it's been nice, you know, talking to you about your life, personal life, and the advices you give to us. Just almost finishing. ¿Cuánto tiempo llevamos?
31 minutos.
Okay. Not. We still have time. Sorry.
Sorry. Whatever you want. Yeah. Just hang out.
Any advice you will tell to younger baseball player?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, If I'm a young baseball player, like I said, you got to find a routine. You got to find the right coaches, the right trainer to get you in the best physical shape you can be in. You know, at a young age, you want to create athleticism. You know, you want to create, obviously, tools of the game, and that's where you find the best baseball coach you can get in front of, whether it's a hitting coach, an infield coach, a pitching coach. You got to find these people. They're not going to try to find you. You know, you got to go out and find them, and you got to put in the work. You got to be working 5 days a week, you know what I mean, at your craft, whether that's in the gym, in the batting cage, on the field, base running, pitching. You have to do these things, right? If you love the game, these are easy things to do. So I would say just devote yourself to being a better person, but also being a better baseball player. You have to put in the time.
Yes, of course. Also, it's also very important. I'm sure about to listen to the veterans, because I have talked to real veterans, like retired, 70, 80 years old, and they say, hey, younger players, they don't really listen to us when we give advice to them, you know, but, you know, they have been retired for, 40 years, they played 25 years. They know the game.
Absolutely.
They know the game.
Yeah, baseball, I mean, the game is always going to be the same. There might be things that change. You know, there might be more athletic players. Players are throwing the fastball 100 now, right? And they didn't do that 40 years ago. But guess what? It's the same game. You still have to hit the ball. You still got to field the ball. You got to throw the ball. So when it comes to training, when it comes to trying to be a better baseball player, those things don't change. Work ethic doesn't change. Like, you still have to work on the same things.
And also the competition, I think, is harder now, because, like you say, you guys are more athletics. You have to be in shape. Before, I don't know if it was all like that, and tournaments were not that tough as they are nowadays. But we could see even fat baseball players smoking. You know, back in the 20s, smoking.
Right.
Dugout.
One of the best baseball players ever, you know, Babe Ruth, right?
Yeah.
He's like smoking cigars, drinking whiskey or whatever it was. And
During the game. And
big body. Yeah.
Actually, some people say he was fat. Yeah, he was, but he was also strong.
Yeah.
His arms were like, you know.
Yeah, he's definitely strong. But yeah, in that aspect, the game has changed a lot, right? You know, people are taking care of their body a lot better. Not doing those things. Working out way more, eating a lot better, right? Those are the things that will keep you in this game for a long time.
Even since a few years ago, I think it's changed. Like,
yeah, it has. Yeah, I mean, there's more technology. There's more information. You know what I mean? As far as like specific workouts baseball players do, right? It's not just you just show up to the gym and just do whatever you want. I mean, you can, but you work sport-specific workouts. That's what really creates you to be a better baseball player, a better athlete in the game of baseball.
As a professional, you find them by yourself? I mean, trainers, gym routines, and whatever, or the team gives the routine? And
No. When you're at the professional level, they have that for you. Yeah, it's something that's provided, right? We all got trainers, and they're ready every day. Whenever you want to go to the gym, whatever you want to do, they got their plan already for us. But as an amateur, that's something like you might have to go out and find, right? You know, because your high school or your whatever school might not provide those things, right? Unless you're lucky enough to be in a baseball academy, then those things are provided for you, which is great.
Especially in Mexico, I think it was a little bit harder before, but now, you know, places like Tijuana or Ciudad Obregón, we have academies to work out. So I think the players are doing better with the new technologies. And Karim Garcia says that what Mexico needed, and we are doing it right now, is getting involved with the new technologies. I mean, new techniques.
Yeah.
Because some people knew how to train, but as a 70 and 80s as in the 70s and the 80s or 90s. But right now, the competition is harder, so you have to change the way you're playing baseball as an amateur if you want to become a professional. And, well, by the way, as a professional, if you stop playing, I don't know, in 5 or 6 years, would you like to become a manager, or you will retire from baseball?
That's a great question. I'm not sure yet. You know, I tell myself, like, once I'm done, like, I just want to be away from the game, you know, just tired of the stress and everything of baseball. But I don't think that's going to happen. You know, I think I got a passion inside of me for the game of baseball. I don't feel like I'll ever be able to get away from it. So I don't know, though. It's always a possibility, right? To be a coach or a hitting coach, a manager, or, you know, anything affiliated with the game of baseball. Like, I mean, it's probably going to happen.
You think it's also tough when you become a manager? I mean, does it have to change a lot your mind to become a manager or a coach?
I mean, it's just you're viewing the game in more of a general or more of a outside view than, you know, in between the lines. So you may have to change your thought processes a little bit, but it's more so, I guess, understanding situations of the game and decisions you have to make, you know, in those type of situations on what you want to do. I mean,
That's something you learn step by step.
It's something, I guess I've never thought about managing, you know, but I think it'd be fun. It'd be a challenge, you know, it'd be a good challenge.
And, well, so many questions. we were talking about that it's tough to be professional and it's tough to be a manager and it's very tired. Just keep going every day. Is there any chance or any day when a professional player could say, I just go to the stadium and I play, or you have to train every day, absolutely every day?
Well, I mean, there's days, you just show up and play. I mean, for instance, yesterday, we got in at 9 in the morning. You know, we drove from Yucatan, got in at 9 a.m. So we kind of just showed up to the stadium a little later just to get a little extra sleep. And we hit in the cage and then we played. You know, we took some ground balls and then we hit in the cage and we played the game. So that's not a normal practice for us. That's considered what we call a show and go. You just show up and play. You know, I don't think there's ever a time where you just show up and walk on the field. No, I don't think anyone does that. You know, there's always something like, hey, I got to hit in the net or in the batting cage. You know, there's always something. It's not, you can't just show up, throw on the uniform and go out there. It doesn't work like that.
That's not amateur.
No,
not at all. Not at all. I have the hope, you know, we should take and rest a little bit. Yeah, especially from Tijuana all around Mexico. But the good thing about Tijuana is that you have straight flights almost to everywhere.
Yeah, almost. Not at great times, but they're usually direct flights.
Yeah, usually, because for other teams they have to go to Mexico City or Monterrey or Cancun or whatever, and that's tough.
It is tough. Connecting flights on days you have to play games, it's tough. It's really tough.
And just now, we are getting closer to the end. Niko Vásquez, a normal day as a professional player, what would you like? What would you do? I mean, you already say train and of course wake up and breakfast. But what will be your routine as a professional player? Exercising, gym, or?
Yeah. So wake up. I'll read my daily devotions and kind of get my mind going in the right direction. Get some breakfast. If I want to work out that day, I'll go to the gym. You know, 11 o'clock, be back by 1 o'clock, get lunch, then kind of just relax until I need to go to the stadium around, 4:30. Usually I like to go a little bit earlier to the stadium just to hit in the batting cage, stretch, whatever I have to do, whatever I'm feeling, my body's feeling. There's days where I'm tight, my legs are sore, whatever it is. I'll go there, I'll get treatment. We'll do whatever I got to do to prepare for the game that night. So, like I said, I'll arrive around 4 o'clock. I'll do my thing for an hour. Then usually we'll practice before the game. We'll hit on the field, do our whole routine, our hitting routine on the field, take our ground balls, play catch, pitchers throw, outfielders take fly balls, come back in, kind of just rest in the air conditioning, take a shower, and prepare for the game.
So that's a long routine.
Yeah.
I'm missing the first 3 steps of your day.
Sometimes it's play golf. No.
And well, just the last one is going to be not a question, but something you would like to say to baseball fans. That's it.
To all baseball fans?
Yeah.
Hey, from a player, we appreciate all of you. You guys love the game just as much as us, just as much as we love playing it. And we wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for them, honestly. We love playing in front of you guys, and we love the support, whether we're playing for our home team or, somewhere else. We love it either way. Whether you telling me I suck or not. That's fun to me. Makes me want to play better, trust me. It does. So it's fun. I mean, baseball's a beautiful sport. You meet a lot of great people, and we're an extremely lucky group of individuals that are able to call this our job.
Thank you very much for your time. We really
Sure.
appreciate it, and thanks a lot.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
a lot.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Muy bien, peloteros, ese fue el video del día de hoy. Esperemos les haya gustado. Si les gustó, no olviden comentar, compartir y suscribirse a nuestro canal. Hasta la próxima.
Pelotero por el mundo, pero de Obregón oriundo, de la pasión a la fama. Hay solo un segundo, de Puerto Rico a Nueva York, de Venezuela a Japón. Todos unidos bajo la bandera del béisbol. Fanático, viajero y de la pelota misionero, compartiendo nuestra cultura.